Good morning, all. This is Dr. McCullough, your principal. This morning, we have homeroom from 7:50 until 8:30, and we'll use the time to discuss the extremely important topic of emergency procedures. In light of yesterday's lockdown and Friday's unexpected fire drill, I thought it was important that we review our various safety measures with the entire school community. Debriefs of this kind happen consistently with the staff, but it is equally important that you, the student body, receive the same information and follow-up. In this video, I will cover three important topics: lockdown procedures, evacuation protocols, and behavioral expectations during times of increased safety measures. As you read in the backpack letter that went home yesterday to parents, there was a shooting yesterday on the corner of 107th and Western. No one was injured during this incident, and the police are currently investigating. As a safety precaution, the school immediately went on lockdown. I would like to thank you for your flexibility during this time, as the lockdown partially impacted our normal lunch and fifth period schedule. In reference to the lockdown itself, I would like to review my expectations for immediate steps during a lockdown, and particularly a lockdown where gunshots have been heard or an active shooter is present. If you ever hear gunshots, it is my expectation that everyone will immediately drop to the ground until further instructions are given. You are under no circumstances to run to a window, the door, or anywhere near where gunshots may have been heard. If shots are fired while on nutrition, lunch, or passing periods, the drop to the ground protocol is still in effect. Once a teacher or staff member notifies you that it is safe to move, you can relocate to the closest room for a shelter-in-place lockdown until further instructions are given. During a lockdown, the following steps should be taken immediately. Doors should be locked, lights should be turned off. All persons inside of the room should immediately move away from doors and windows and remain silent until further instructions are given. During a lockdown, electronics such as cell phones, iPads, Chromebooks are not to be used by students or staff. For communication purposes, teachers who have access to their laptop will receive emails from the front office, and announcements will be made over the PA system. For the duration of the lockdown, the room is to remain dark and silent. This is to ensure that a potential intruder is given the impression that the room is empty. These measures are in place to ensure the safety of all students and staff members. One thing that you can do to help occupy your time while you wait for further instructions is read. Please make sure that you always have a silent, sustained reading book on your person for times like this or other opportunities where you have a spare moment. In addition, the quiet and silent time of a lockdown is a good time to write. A notebook or blank sheet of paper and a writing utensil is all that is needed for this. A few reminders during evacuations. Last week, we had an unexpected evacuation at the end of lunch. Though not planned, this was a great time for us to practice this type of emergency procedure. A few reminders and updates in reference to evacuations. When evacuating during a passing period, nutrition, or lunch, you are to always line up by your homeroom in the parking lot. Go directly to your homeroom's designated area in the lot. Do not look for your teacher. Your homeroom teacher will meet you there. So you're located in numerical order. So we start with room 101, which is the closest to the outside gate, and then we move the other way. So again, it's in numerical order. Once you arrive to your homeroom area, please take a seat in no more than 2 single file lines so that your teacher can easily account for you and take attendance. During an evacuation, you are to sit quietly and wait for further instruction. No electronics are to be used during this time. As a reminder, in the event of a catastrophic earthquake or fire, our off-site evacuation location is First New Christian Fellowship Baptist Church, located at 1555 West 108th Street. If necessary, you will evacuate to this location under the direction of your teacher. Finally, I want to briefly address behavioral expectations for lockdowns, evacuations, and all other situations that involve safety. It is my expectation that all students and staff will remain calm, follow directions the first time given, and treat every situation with the level of seriousness that it deserves. Though we have had many opportunities to practice our procedures as of late, These safety measures are not to be taken lightly or looked upon as a joke. Just in the last year, the number of dangerous and deadly situations at schools, movie theaters, and even churches have been broadcast on the news. While we are thankful that we have been spared of any casualties that have befallen many others, we want to be respectful of the measures that we have in place to keep all of us safe. So as you review the safety procedures today in homeroom, I ask that you take every activity seriously. At the end, you will take a quiz, which we will be reviewing. Please make sure that you complete all of that information, including your last name first, comma, and then your first name when you're taking the quiz so that you receive credit for that. If you have any questions, your grade level administrators will be around to each room to answer them today. There's also a space for questions at the end of the quiz. Thank you in advance, and I look forward to an amazing day.